What is up, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling Crossroads. As always, I am one half of Dynamic Duo Twisted alongside Brother Pyro.
Hello.
We are sorry for this getting out a little late, obviously, with 4 kind of big, I don't really want to say big shows, but 2 big shows. And obviously the other 2 being right around the 4th of July.
Listen, we had a lot going on.
We had a lot going on, plus wrestling burnout does kind of happen with that big of shows.
Yeah, we had 4 in one weekend. We kind of tired.
Yeah. And then obviously Brother Pyro's birthday we had as well. And as we said, the 4th of July. So without further ado, we are here to give you all 4 today. So all 4 will be uploaded by the end of the night. Yeah. Starting off, we have Night of Champions, Day of Champions, whatever you want to call it. What did you think overall of this?
Overall, it was a decent show. I think it helped us truly get ready for SummerSlam. I'm excited to see how things play out in the weeks to come, because we have about 4 or 5 weeks now till we hit Minneapolis. There's a lot of things here that were set up very well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how the follow through lands.
I hope
with the build,
with the fact that we have 2 nights in Minneapolis, that we end up with more title matches
I'm
than
say
what
this
we're looking
once and once only. Not everything needs to be 2 nights.
No, it doesn't. But we have it as 2 nights again, just like we have Mania. I just hope that there's a lot more titles on the line this time, so we can showcase the champions that don't get showcased and only get the smaller pay-per-views like this one.
Yeah.
Do you want to start us off, or do you want me to?
I can definitely
start us
off. All right. So kicking off the show, we had Oba Femi and Jey Uso to determine 2026 King of the Ring. Now this match wasn't very long, but I think this match did exactly everything it needed to do. We got going right into the end of it. We got Oba Femi claiming the crown.
Yes.
In a very not dominant but dominant fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jay definitely, I think, has been the guy to give him the most fight outside of Brock Lesnar.
I wouldn't say that, because you got to
on the main roster.
Okay, there we go. I was gonna tell you to fix your words a little bit.
Main roster. On the main
NXT.
roster, I think this has definitely been one of his tougher battles. Jey Uso definitely came prepared for Oba, but Oba definitely was prepared for Jey.
Mm-hmm.
Both men really having a lot to prove. Both men really needing a huge step forward in their career.
Yeah.
Jey Uso given instructions by Roman, hey, win this so you can bring home the other title. Boom and boom. Yep. So we can both sit at either end of the table.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really get interference, which made me happy.
Yeah.
Oba, like I said, though, definitely came prepared for Jey Uso and his warning shots and whatever. Because at the end of the day, it was a fall from, or was it? Yeah, he calls it fall from grace.
Yep.
To pick up the win. 1, 2, 3. Oba Femi, your new King of the Ring. Now, I want to move into what we saw on Monday Night Raw.
Okay.
Oba Femi starts the show in Atlantic City. He comes out, man, to the absolute admiration of the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Crowd is feeding him. He is feeding off this crowd. He is loving what he's hearing. Mm-hmm. He's like, this is a response fit for a ruler, but I need one meant for a king. Which is absolutely great. I love it. And now, we fast forward just a little bit as he's, giving his thank you speech, his I told you this is what was going to happen. Mm-hmm. I knew what I set out to do. I called my shot and I hit it. as he's about to declare champion, we hear Brock Lesnar's music. Man, was that fun.
Okay.
Because he comes out, Lesnar openly admits, he doesn't watch the product, but congratulates him on winning King of the Ring. Circle back to 2002.
Brock Lesnar won King of the Ring.
Was King of the Ring. He admitted, he was like, yeah, I was that a long time ago. Which is awesome. Now, Lesnar then, reminds him, hey, so I haven't been around in a while, but Paul has been telling me you've been calling me names. And his moniker, and as he's, going through this, he ends this with, talk-ish, get hit. Kicks him in the uprights, hits him with an F5, goes to leave the ring. Oba gets up, he lets him know, hey, I've been saying it behind your back, but you're in my face, and I'm still going to say exactly what I've been saying, and it's that you're a... Challenges him to a match at SummerSlam.
Okay.
There's a lot of the wrestling community online, oh, well, if this was the plan, why not give it to Jey? Why did he have to win? What is the payoff if you blow your load right away? Right. If you give him all of the things right away, what makes any of his accomplishments special?
Right.
If you give everything to him right away, what are we building towards? What is the point? Because as soon as you give him everything, if they were to give him everything right away, everybody would be mad. Oh, well, what was the point in any of this if he's just going to have everything right away and he's just going to dominate? And no matter what, somebody was going to find something to complain about.
Everybody does.
I'm okay with the slow burn. Again, I predicted this story. I was talking with somebody at work. He's a huge wrestling fan. He's the guy that I sent the picture to our group chat with the spinner title. Me and him were talking, and I was like, see, now here's what a lot of people wanted to see. Night 1, night 2, Oba pull double duty. I wouldn't have minded that, with Lesnar, especially with Lesnar raising the stakes of, I accept your challenge, but we're going to do this in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Love it.
I mean, we called Last Man Standing, but...
I would have loved to have seen Last Man Standing.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be mad about Hell in a Cell, especially because, you know what? In recent memory, you have made it mean something again.
Yes.
But it was, if you're giving me Lesnar, Oba then, where if you were to give us both, Oba then loses night 2 because he's so beaten up from that battle with Lesnar, whatever, it would have made sense. Roman comes out, you wanted to try to be like one of us, try to be one of the big dogs, whatever, and you couldn't hang. You tried to pull double duty, you couldn't hang, and that's why you lost. You're still a rookie, come back to me when you
when you can.
Come back, I'll get back to you when I feel you're actually ready. Or come back to me when you're actually ready to carry the load that you claim you're so ready for. Whatever.
Yeah.
What I want to see now, story-driven, right here. Obviously, Oba, Heyman talks to Pierce, sells it. Because you can tell Pierce had that face of, you're making way too much sense, and I hate it right now. I hate it when you're right-facing. You give me that. You give me that when I start to be logical a lot.
But it's very rare that you are logical. I love you.
Like, when I start to make sense, you give me that I
hate you. I want to hate you, but I can't hate you.
Exactly, and that's because printing money. That's a main event. Night 1 and night 2, Lesnar, Oba, Hell in a Cell, main event.
That's a main event.
Now, you give me the fact that Oba then doubled down and was like, yeah, I want the... Now, I don't agree with his choice of words saying the title match will always be there. Because you and I both know as wrestling fans. A lot of analysts know this. Wrestlers in the back. Title opportunities aren't just handed out. No. They're not always there. You gotta work for them. Look at Sami Zayn. Going into our main event, this was his 10th opportunity at the title. It's taken him 10 years to really get to a spot of, can he do it?
title opportunities don't come out of nowhere unless your name is Cody Rhodes at this point.
They are very far and few in between. And that's my thing is, Cody in the last 3.5, 4 years of the 5 years that he has been in the title hunt. But think of everything it took for him to get to that main event title spot.
Oh, yeah. He had to leave.
He had been with the company for like 8, 9, 10 plus years now. Had to leave, reinvent himself, and then come back. Drew McIntyre got fired. He didn't leave. He got fired, reinvented himself, and then was brought back.
And has barely been a champion.
But he's been a champion.
Yeah.
But, and you know what? Drew McIntyre. Champion during the pandemic, and I think that would have been amazing with the crowd, but obviously the world shut down.
Yeah.
And then what happened after he lost it? He had to kind of find his way. He had to crawl his way back into that title picture, to then get knocked out, to then crawl his way back in. It doesn't happen often. So, Oba, this is the rookie mentality that you have. The title opportunity isn't always going to be there.
No.
And Pierce was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. Cool. Now we have it. What I want to see now is he conquers Lesnar in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Now he's like, all right, I think Money in the Bank is the next one. The next big one is Survivor Series. He's like, all right, I'm calling my shot that I won with King of the Ring. Roman's like, nah, kid. That match was specifically for SummerSlam. Now you have to be put on the back burner.
Now you have to earn it.
You decided to give up your guaranteed shot for this specific night as per the rules of winning this...
Yeah, tournament.
This tournament. Your guaranteed title shot was SummerSlam. SummerSlam done came and went.
Yep.
You're back at the line. You gotta earn this. Now we build. And you see it. Roman, throwing obstacles at his way. I need the collision course between Oba and Jacob. At some point.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jacob has been a very good soldier to Roman as of late. Handle this. Mm-hmm. Jacob fails to get it done. But now, even if he doesn't win the Rumble.
Yeah.
What's the next opportunity to get a title shot?
Elimination Chamber.
He wins one of those two. Mania 43, Night 2 main event. Roman Reigns, Oba Femi, World Heavyweight Championship.
Okay.
Done. There is your long-term storytelling. There is your payoff. You didn't blow your load all in the first 6 months of this guy being on the main. You played the long game and watch it will work out.
All right. Okay. So going back to the pay-per-view we're talking about, King of the Ring, what was your grade for this and why?
What did I give it? I gave it a B+. There really wasn't interference, which I liked. They did a good job of building Oba, but we all knew the outcome.
Yeah.
It was kind of predictable, which made it kind of meh.
I mean, you even said it when we did the kickoff that either way you had a story going here.
You did.
Either way you had a reason.
But
either way it was predictable.
But also with Oba winning, you left a lot more open, loose ends.
Which they covered on Monday.
Which, thankfully, on Monday, they came back around to those loose ends and were like, let's tie these off.
Yep.
But we didn't know that was going to happen on Monday.
No.
We didn't know what was going to happen on Monday.
We even talked about it on the pre-show. That they don't ever, sometimes they just leave those loose ends to be loose ends, and you don't want that to happen
what?
Here.
I'm gonna derail just a little.
Again.
Speaking of loose ends, no, because my derailing wasn't a derail. I was, from point A to point B, we were going based off of the information we have now.
Okay. Continue.
My El Grande Americano, that whole storyline.
Okay.
Chad Gable, Ludwig Kaiser, whatever.
Yeah.
Original versus new El Grande Americano. We are getting this Chad Gable redemption arc, apology tour, whatever. Do you realize that there is a trio of loose ends when it comes to all of this? So, in this storyline,
yeah,
we are missing 3 people that were key to this storyline that followed Chad to Mexico.
Oh, are we talking about
the Brutus,
Creeds?
Julius, and Ivy Nile?
Yeah.
What's going on with them? No apology. Haven't really seen or heard from them. Chad hasn't acknowledged that they've even existed. They were part of the storyline from the beginning.
Yeah.
And now they just don't exist in the story. Loose end that you kind of need to get
back to.
Because we've got the loose ends of, all right, he's, like I said, we've gotten this whole grand sorry apology tour.
Yeah.
But no, so I really applaud WWE for tying up the loose end that is Oba Femi, Brock Lesnar. Because now it's what's going to happen with Jey and Roman. And it was funny because if you watched Raw,
no,
you didn't get to watch Raw?
I did not.
During the Jimmy Uso LA Knight match, Jey Uso is on commentary. They're, they're talking to him about the loss.
Yeah.
They asked him one specific question, and that was, are you avoiding Roman? He's like, yeah, kind of. I'm not going to lie to you. I wouldn't blame him for it. I don't blame him for it.
Right.
But, now you got to figure out what's the next move there. Because now that's a loose end that you got to tie up.
Yeah.
How does Roman handle that?
Yeah. All right. Jumping into our next match, we have the Queen of the Ring final. Liv Morgan takes on IYO SKY. This match, to start it off, was pretty much back and forth. Good storytelling between the women. There was a moment on the outside where IYO did tweak her knee. So that did play a factor into the rest of the match. Obviously hobbling on just one leg. Liv Morgan trying to take advantage of that. But in the end...
Also them using the leg injury as part of the match and to help further the story
was really good.
Was absolutely well done. I applaud it so well.
Closing moments, IYO is able to overcome the injury for a few seconds, hit the over the moonsault, picking up the win. 1, 2, 3, your Queen of the Ring, IYO SKY. Out crawls Liv Morgan, and IYO immediately says, I'm picking you.
We running it back. I just beat you. Of course I'm going to come back.
Right?
I'm going to get my get back.
That's what I was thinking.
Bro, what?
Instantly.
Immediate. And I think that's part of we've beaten the IYO versus Rhea storyline to absolute death at this point. What sense does it make knowing that they're they're absolute best friends?
Because it's a possible heel turn that everybody's hoping for.
Rhea's currently injured.
Yeah.
Honestly, and as much as I hate to be this guy, listen, we don't know when Rhea's supposed to come back.
Yeah.
I think Pierce or Triple A or whatever gets on the phone with Rhea. Hey, we don't know when you're coming back. It's not fair that we don't have a champion active on SmackDown right now. I think you should vacate, and when you come back, you'll have an opportunity to regain this title since you didn't lose it or whatever. But I think you're doing something wrong with not having something for the women on SmackDown to fight for right now.
And I mean, who's to say we're a month away from SummerSlam? Who's to say she doesn't come back for it?
But
you set up a tournament to here's your opponent for SummerSlam.
Yeah, but with this, we don't know if she'll make it or she'll be cleared,
and
especially with the strain of the knee injury, because knee injuries are very difficult. They're very temperamental.
Yeah,
you never know.
That's why I said depending upon if she is to look cleared by SummerSlam, and she's doing all that she needs to. You set up a tournament.
If
there's your number one contender.
And like I said, I feel like you give the call hey, we're gonna pull what they did with Roxanne in NXT a couple years ago.
Okay.
She got injured. They had to strip her of the title. Mm-hmm. And when she got cleared, she got added to the ladder match for the vacated title. So what you do is, you announce this tournament, whatever. You go through. Or whatever. 5-woman, 6-woman ladder match or whatever.
Yeah.
At SummerSlam to crown the vacated title.
Okay.
Rhea then makes an appearance the SmackDown or Raw.
Before Roxanne did.
Yeah. like, hey, I got the okay, I'm clear to go. Listen, you've already vacated your title, but since you didn't actually lose it, I'll insert you into the match.
Okay.
Give me something like that. If, like, this is... But right now, you need to give the women on SmackDown something to fight for. Because Liv being your only champion isn't fair to what is a very stacked and talented women's roster.
Isn't fair to literally anybody, because nobody can stand her as champion.
But also, props to my man Danhausen.
Oh, yeah. I think that was honestly stupid, because it gave you the winner. It did.
Oh, yeah, no, like, you 100%, like, hey, Liv Morgan could have beaten the curse. She didn't, but she could have.
Yeah, sure.
But, like, I thought it made sense for the storyline that they're telling with Judgment Day and Danhausen. I thought it was that fun little tidbit that, like, everybody is just hee-hee-ha-ha, especially with, Danhausen being part of everything New York's Knicks right now. His consistent features on ESPN, like, if you didn't put him within that free hour on ESPN, you dropped the ball. Danhausen is the biggest merch magnet to date now in the company. Yeah. All right. There was your opportunity to make it happen.
Your grade for this and the reason?
I also gave this one a B+. The fact that IYO was able to overcome the injury was great. Yeah. You set up the follow-up right away. Where you're like, this is kind of dragging.
Oh, yeah.
There's a few moments where you're like, it was kind of hard to pay attention to here and there. Like, overall, it was a great match. These two women know each other really well. They work really well together. So I'm not entirely upset with the fact that this was the match.
If I remember correctly, funny enough, this was the longest match on the card.
It was not.
It was either the second longest.
I want to say it was the second longest, but the longest match on the card was the triple threat match. Okay. All right, take us. It was the triple threat match, and then it was the steel cage match. Okay. Then it was this one. Speaking of steel cages, Bron Breakker, Seth Rollins, first match off of the free hour. Now, originally this was slated to be in that first hour, and personally speaking, if I'm WWE, that's what I would have made the attention grabber. That would have been my opening contest. You always want to start your night off on a massive, massive high. And you want to end on the massive, massive high. Everything in the middle, you can play around with. But you want your opener and your ender to be the top, most rated, most viewed, the absolute top spots.
And that's what Triple H is really good at, but ever since
TKO's been cutting his legs out from under. Because honestly, this match was absolutely amazing. It was everything you expected and then some. Probably one of my favorite cage matches that has been done in recent memory. Oh, yeah. Because I think the last cage match we got was Drew Cody, and I really didn't. Oh my god! I berated that one. I beat that one. I talked out on that one until I was blue in the face.
This one might make you laugh. The last steel cage match, obviously, you saying was Drew Cody. Baby Crossroads fell asleep to that.
That's hilarious.
I knew you'd love that.
That's hilarious.
Baby Crossroads. I was watching it, and he's watching it with me, and all of a sudden just out.
Well, okay, so it wasn't an entertaining cage match.
No, it wasn't.
And that sucked. But, we started right away. Rollins makes his entrance. I'm going to introduce a bunch of stuff into the cage. Throw a bunch of stuff into the cage. Breakker made his entrance. He was no slouch either. Everything that got introduced got used. This was about as personal as they were going to get, and I loved every second of it. This should have been your opening match, because obviously you weren't going to make it your main event.
If you had the chance to, this should have been the main event.
I mean, even if you would have made this the main event, your main event then should have been your opener. Right. Because those were the two best matches on the card. A+ match, there wasn't anything I really had to complain about for any of this.
you got to see a little bit of blood, which is something we don't normally see in WWE.
Personally, I would have loved it if Breakker did go over. You want to kind of try to build your future, but considering what
the storyline
was, Rollins is looking to put the vision behind him. This made sense. Now, if you would have put Breakker over, you could have maybe started building him to, towards the IC title again, to then start building him toward the World Heavyweight Championship, because you want to cement your younger stars to then take over when the Roman Reigns, the Seth Rollins, the CM Punks, the Cody Rhodes, the Drew McIntyres, these start to fade out.
Yeah.
You want to phase in your
new guys.
Bron Breakkers, your Javon Evans, your
Bronson
Reed, maybe your Austin Theory, your Oba Femis, your Jacob Fatus. Like, you want to phase those guys in.
Yeah. You want to give them more of the W's now than ever.
And, obviously we talked about this. Again, another great follow-up to this match. Closing segment of Monday Night Raw.
Okay.
Roman comes out, acknowledge me. I'm thinking, he's gonna come out, he's gonna call Jey Uso out, he's gonna confront him and be like, yo, you dropped the ball, what was you on? Mm-hmm. But before he could even do any of that, Seth Rollins comes out. Mm-hmm. Makes a really good point. You and I are tied together. We're always gonna be tied together. Mm-hmm. But your career isn't anything without me. If I don't stab you in the back with that chair, if I don't attack you with that chair back in 2014, your career doesn't take the trajectory that it does. And I fully stand on that.
I agree.
Fully support that statement, Mr. Rollins.
Yep. You and everybody at Wrestling Crossroads.
But you and I are forever tied together. Mm-hmm. One last dance. You have something that's mine. I never lost that title. Because Rollins really never did lose that title. He vacated it due to injury. Mm-hmm. Never lost it. I feel like he had a right to be the one to challenge for it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Now, him also bringing up we're a lot closer to the end than we are to the beginning of our careers. Because when he made that statement of when we were the young guys back in 2012 to whatever.
Yeah, when they made it debuted.
We went to take everything take over from the older generation. Yeah. And now we have a young locker room in the back, hungry and ready to do the same thing to us.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think I have ever felt a more real promo come out of Seth Rollins. And my God, does that man know how to speak. Like, you gravitate to everything he says.
I swear, it needs to be a group of three men, and it needs to be Punk, Rollins, and Miz to teach everybody in the back how to talk.
Like, honestly...
I'm not talking manager-wise, because obviously that would just be Paul Heyman.
You give that to Paul Heyman and you call it a day. But
those three men...
If I'm looking at guys that can work in the ring, that can also speak on the mic, and I need, these guys in LFG and Evolve and the ID program, and these guys that need the promo
work,
you give me... Your promo teachers are... I'm going to go ahead and agree with you. I'm going to go with CM Punk. I'm going to go with The Miz. I will give you Seth freaking Rollins.
LA Knight.
Give me LA Knight. Because, man, he can talk like a... Man, he knows how to speak. But, these are all guys... And honestly, one of my favorite talkers right now, because he's a younger guy, but he makes every word mean something, is Oba freaking Femi. Oba knows how to speak so well. And you hang on every word he says. When you're cutting your promos, you want the crowd invested and paying attention.
And yet, before his trip in NXT, he lost every single match and was not a good speaker. That I find it so funny because that little transition. I can't remember what he was on. I want to say it was LFG or it was ID. But just that little twist to see how far he's come with it is so shocking. Because now it's like a completely different person.
You know who else is a really good speaker?
Who?
Kevin Owens.
Yes. That is another one, yes.
But, yes. No. I enjoy that we got the follow-up that we did.
Yes.
With Rollins challenging for the World Heavyweight title. But now it's... And I want to say this. I need Seth Rollins to be the only guy in the company
Okay.
that Roman cannot conquer.
All right.
I need that as a wrestling fan. We all have that one hurdle we can never get past, and I need that to be Seth Rollins for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns needs to retire with never having beaten Seth Rollins one-on-one.
Okay.
It makes sense to their story, to their
build.
Yes, like everything says
You can't beat me.
And it needs to stay that way.
Okay.
Like Roman can dominate anybody else.
This is
Rollins has
one
been
hurdle.
The biggest thorn in your side, the biggest hurdle of your career for 12 years now.
Yeah.
Keep it that way.
Okay. All right. Jumping into our next match, because I believe you gave your grade for this one.
I did. I said a post-match.
All right. We have the U.S. title. Trick Williams takes on Ricky Saints. For me, this match was not the greatest, honestly.
It wasn't. It was kind of thrown in there.
It was very slow with everything. These men looked... I know they've worked together numerously in NXT, but it looked
They really didn't get much of a chance to work together in NXT.
It looked very sloppy to me.
Was.
There were a lot of moments that dragged, a lot of awkward moments. There's not really much that I can say to it. There was a tiny bit of interference on the outside, because obviously Trick still has Lil Yachty. But not much to where the ref had to...
he didn't play a big factor.
No, but still that little bit. And the finish of it just looked really rushed, I feel.
Yeah. Their in-ring chemistry wasn't great.
No.
And that's part of the reason I gave it the grade that I did.
So, picking up the win in that and retaining his championship was Trick Williams. You gave this match a B.
I did.
And your reasoning for that, obviously.
There was a lot of awkward moments, because you can tell their chemistry wasn't great. It dragged out a little bit, but I think it was, one, you gave me the correct winner, because Trick shouldn't lose this title not for a while.
Yeah.
And two, I think you gave them a chance to really showcase themselves on a bigger light that I don't think they would get on a weekly programming.
Okay.
I also just don't feel Ricky Saints was the right opponent. But
I agree, but you know, they're trying to set up for Trick Mello.
But I was going to say, because I didn't get to watch SmackDown, but catching some of the highlights, you started getting that build.
Okay.
So
I saw a little bit of SmackDown.
Like I said,
I unfortunately didn't get to see much.
I didn't really get to watch any of it. But I did catch that on socials of that slow build.
All right. Our next matchup?
Next matchup, from one U.S. title to the next, the U.S. women's title on the line, Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. Again, not the greatest match.
No. God, their chemistry is horrible.
I will say this was better than their match at Saturday night's main event for the women's title, but it still wasn't great.
They don't have chemistry at all.
No, they don't. They need to figure that out, though. They need to figure out something. This is only like their second match together.
But at the same time, when you look at going back, all of Jade Cargill's matches, she's kind of the common denominator.
Yes.
She needs to go back. She needs to go down to NXT. She needs to get a look at.
Oh, she should have made that stint through NXT. I had stated it when they signed her.
Oh, yeah. Now drop her back down. Drop her down to NXT. And don't make her bulldoze her way through because she needs to learn.
Exactly.
I'll let you get back to it.
Going into the closing moments, we saw a lot of, Meechin and B-Fab make their way. Chelsea and Charlotte came and played equalizer. And that opened the door for Tiffany to pick up the win and retain her title. I gave it a C+ match just because it was slightly above mid. It told the story it needed to. But again, you can tell the chemistry is off. I think way too much happened at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Too much interference, way too cluttered. And again, it was just slightly better than their previous match.
Yep, I agree.
Not that it really mattered all that much.
No. All right, jumping into our main event, we have the WWE title in a triple threat match. Cody defends against Gunther and Sami. Before we even get into just parts of this match, what did you think about this main event overall? Honestly.
Dude, I was invested. I was invested the minute it was announced. I was like, it's about time you give Sami some love. I was like, you know what? No matter who comes out, it's a believable winner. It's gonna be a fun match. All three of these men are honestly probably working some of the best programs that they have in recent memory, because let's be real, Gunther has been kind of stale and stagnant and on a downward spiral since retiring AJ Styles, because let's be real, that Mania match really wasn't all needed.
No.
Cody's been kind of stale as champion in general, and I think this is probably Sami's best work since the Bloodline.
Okay. So obviously a lot of back and forth with it being a triple threat match, a lot of breakups throughout the entirety of the match. There were some moments where Gunther did lock in that sleeper hold, and a lot of moments during this match where you could see a lot more tension build between Cody and Sami as Sami pulled the ref out of the ring during almost a 3 count for Cody to retain his championship, and then Sami pulling the same thing onto Cody pulling the same thing onto Sami later on in the match. It built more of a storyline for these two going forward, and Gunther just kind of being that third wheel in this whole thing at this point. With the way that they were playing it.
I was going to say, I don't feel Gunther was really much of a third wheel. Like, everybody played equal parts, right? They were a very well-formed tricycle.
They were, however, when you look at, like, the wheels on a tricycle, there's one in front and there's 2 in back. So, the one in front being the odd wheel out.
Yes, but if you also think of the design of a tricycle, if any one of those wheels is not in place, the other 2 are pointless.
I agree.
Because without that front wheel, which I'll say is Cody, because he entered this match as champion.
Yep.
Your 2 challengers are the 2 back wheels. Cody's not in that. You have a busted tricycle. Yep. It doesn't work the way it's supposed to. You take off either side wheel, it's not working the way it's supposed to.
No. But I do think that if you pay a lot of attention to the story that they were telling during this match, they're going more towards this Cody-Sami point than they are with that sprinkle of Gunther in the mix. This was just that one, let's see how this match works.
Sami being the common denominator here, you could have told a story of him and Cody. You could tell the story of him and Gunther. Regardless, it's a great story.
So closing moments with this match, a lot of technical and back and forth. Sami ends up hitting, was it the Helluva Kick?
Yes.
Helluva Kick, and pins Gunther. Right? 1, 2, 3. New champion Sami Zayn, and I can't believe...
Did he? No, he pinned Cody.
Did he pin Cody?
He pinned Cody. Because Cody went...
Cody went Crossroads.
Crossroads on Gunther.
Yep. Okay.
He tried to hit a double Crossroads.
Sami took advantage of that.
haluva kick to Cody and was able to get the pin on Cody.
Okay, so yeah. I couldn't remember who it was exactly that he had pinned, but at least I remember that Sami Zayn is the new freaking champion.
And it's about time. They needed to give him his love.
Yes.
Again, like I brought up earlier when we were talking, the championship opportunities or title reigns don't come on. 10 years, 10th attempt at a title.
Yep.
He finally got the big one.
All right. What was your grade for this one?
A+. It was a perfect. You had the right winner. It was a believable story. Everybody intertwined. Like, everybody's story was told together without missing a beat. And honestly, Sami and Gunther are two of those guys that can work with anyone and it look like magic. Cody is also... You know what? I'm not even... All three of these guys can work so well with just about anybody. And you're not like... And if somebody's messing up, they are the guys to like, I'm so good and I can make you look so good, nobody's going to realize you messed up.
Like The Miz. That's always your biggest pointer is The Miz.
Can work. You could give this man a paper bag. Here, make this something. And he's going to make it something. You know who else is really good at that? Coming out of a different company? Kenny Omega.
Okay.
Also in that same company, Jericho.
Yes, Jericho. Made a list go over.
Twice now.
Twice.
3 times, I'm sorry, because he made it happen in WCW. The list of 1,000 holds.
Okay.
The list of
Jericho.
And he very briefly brought it back in AEW. He made sparkly scarves go over.
He made light jackets go over. He made high ponytails go over.
He got the word it over. You're going to get it. Like, guys that you can put into a program with absolutely no prep time and they make it look like this has been a storyline for the last like four years of their career. Miz, Omega, Jericho, Cody, Sami, Gunther, and I will die on that hill.
Owens,
Rollins.
Yeah.
I'm going to die on the hill of they can make anything work.
Oh, yeah.
Sami deserved every he has worked so hard throughout his career, and I remember Sami before Sami.
Yeah, El Generico.
I remember El Generico.
Well, yeah, you've been watching him that long.
Yes, I have. Shut your face. But I know I'm old. But
you're only older than me by a year.
Yeah, well, apparently that's an eternity according to my wifey.
That's because your wifey's like 2 years younger than us. Okay.
3 years younger than me and 2 years younger than you.
Okay.
But point being, I'm really happy to see this moment happen for him. You kind of got a semblance of what the heck is going on SmackDown. Because, Cody came out to congratulate him. Jey came out. Talking behind the scenes, Becky coming out of character and not being Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
For being a minute.
Rebecca Quinn instead, yeah.
And having a feel-good moment on socials, congratulating her friend Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens also having that moment of, because Owens and Sami are Roman and Rollins.
Oh, yeah.
Their careers will forever be intertwined.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You cannot think of one without thinking of the other.
No.
And it makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's my thing is for them to give him the admiration that they did. But you got, he used Cody's words against him. What was it that you told me last week? That the week before, or a couple weeks ago, whatever. As long as I have this, you never will. Well, I have it. Looked at Jey. You say you want to bring the title back to the family? Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's in the family. Bringing back that nod made me so happy. Made me so happy. I
How
was like,
hilarious is it going to be if Roman just, like, makes a phone call and is like, yeah, so you're back to being an honorary Uso, so we can add this together.
No. I need this version of the bloodline
To be strictly sane.
Stay strictly bloodline. No hit, no wise man, no honorary Usos, no allies of convenience. Pure blood, pure Samoan blood in the bloodline.
Going forward.
Go from here on out.
Mm-hmm.
I love Sami. Yeah, cool. You're considered You're considered an honorary member of the family, but no more ties.
Okay.
And then what happened? Small scuffle. Pierce comes out. Sami, we're going to determine who your next challenger is going to be for this coming Monday in Chicago.
Okay.
Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, 1-on-1, winner takes you on. Cody Rhodes is now taking on Sami Zayn. They better not have Sami lose this.
Oh, let's hope not, but from all the reports
I need to see Sami hold this till SummerSlam. I do not want transitional champion. I want Sami Zayn to actually have a meaningful title reign.
From everything that I have seen with this, he's losing it come Monday. And that's just the reports that I've been seeing.
And
obviously,
honestly,
rumor mill has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, absolutely. This kind of gives me Rey Mysterio, I want to say it was like 2011.
Okay.
Wins the WWE title on Raw in a tournament.
Okay.
Cena then comes out. If you're really this guy,
beat me.
You'll put it on the line, and that so Rey Mysterio was WWE champion for all of 2 hours. It's a very similar path right now, and I don't want to see that happen to Sami.
Sami Zayn is going to be champion for all of 9 days.
Yeah, one of the shortest reigns.
All right. So your grade for this one?
A+ match.
Okay.
A+ match. No matter how you would have played it, I don't think my opinion on it would have changed.
All right. Well, that does conclude our Night of Champions. We hope you guys enjoyed the show just as much as we did. And at this point, on to the rest of them. Laters.